The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, is in Kaduna to visit Tudun Biri village, where a Nigerian Army drone strike occurred on Sunday night during a gathering of villagers observing Maulud festivities. On Monday, the Nigerian Army took responsibility for the drone strikes. Major General VU Okoro, the general officer commanding 1 Division Nigerian Army, explained that the Army was conducting a routine mission against terrorists, but inadvertently affected members of the community. A family member of one of the victims estimated that more than 85 people died at the scene. 2 blasts occurred on Sunday night, with the first claiming the lives of more women and children, and the second taking the lives of those attempting to rescue the injured victims. The Deputy Chief Medical Director of Barao Diko Teaching Hospital stated that 66 injured individuals were admitted, each with varying degrees of injuries, and several of which are severe. Ongoing assessment will determine the severity of the injuries, potentially leading to their transfers to specialist hospital. And TVC News, Lupe Asom is live for us in Kaduna for more on the Chief of Army Staff visit to the victims of that unfortunate airstrike. Lupe, what more can you tell us at this moment? Has the Chief of Army Staff arrived? And what has been the activities and response so far?
Sorry, I can't hear you clearly, but if I can make sense of what you're saying, you're asking me about the visit of the Chief of the Army Staff. Of course, the Chief of the Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, is in Kaduna. He visited the place today. He went to the village. He saw the spot where the first blast took place. And I must tell you, we spoke with the district head of that community. He said it is a mixed community of both Christians and Muslims. And he said both Christians and Muslims were affected by that. He said 80 persons were buried yesterday. But the Chief of Army Staff came. He said he's actually sorry. He tendered unreserved apologies according to him. He said it was in the pursuit of peace, to secure peace in that area, that unfortunate incident happened. And of course, I asked the district head of the community, I asked him, I said, has this community been troubled by activities of bandits? And he said yes. He said just recently 9 persons were killed by bandits. We also asked the Chief of the Army Staff. He said that they noticed movements that looked similar to that of bandits in their previous operations in other theaters of operation. So he said those were some of the things that led to the airstrike. But he said the Army is sorry, and he said as a responsible force, they will be going ahead to take care of the responsibilities, the medical responsibilities of those who are slain. We are right here at the airport. If you can look behind you, you can see the vehicle of the Chief of the Army Staff. From here, he'll be leaving to the hospital, where he will be meeting with victims who are in the hospital currently receiving medical treatment. We also got feelers that the Chief of Defense Staff may also be here to visit these people and commiserate with them. But the Chief rendered unreserved apology. He said they actually felt the pains of those who lost their family members, and that they are going to foot the bills. And he said they are going to ensure that that community is better protected, and more operations are going to be carried out to ensure that they are also safe from bandit attacks.
I understand that you are at the airport. Lupe, who are you expecting? And then also talk to us about how people are responding and the villagers are responding to the situation.
Well, of course, for citizens, to them this attack highlights the need for more careful. They are calling on the military to be more careful. For them, it is one too many. They cited a couple of instances where innocent civilians were also attacked in similar strikes by the military personnel. So they want the military to carry out more intelligence operations. They want their operations going further to be more intelligence-driven, to ensure that innocent civilians who are supposed to be protected by the Nigerian Army are not caught up in airstrikes.
Right, Lupe, the president has described this as disturbing. So we'll see how, the response from the government side, the direction it will go. Thank you so much for that update. Our correspondent live for us in Kaduna, Lupe Asom.